sì, no, ok. 3 seemingly simple words that hold the key to guide your conversations in the right direction in Italian. But there are 11 other ways to say yes in Italian, 17 other ways to say no in Italian, and 7 ways to say okay in Italian, all of which express different nuances. Whether you're traveling through Italy, working with Italian colleagues, or you just want to impress your friends with some Italian flair, knowing these words and phrases in Italian is incredibly useful, much like the various ways on how to say thank you in Italian, or how to say please, how to say you're welcome, and naturally how to order food in Italian. In this lesson, you'll learn a variety of commonly used Italian phrases and how and when to use them, with the help of plenty of example sentences to make their usage clear. And don't worry about taking notes, I've done all the hard work for you. To help you practice what you're about to learn here today, make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet for this lesson, with all the vocabulary and examples from this lesson. Just click on the link in the description box below this video. Pronti? Iniziamo! Here's a quick summary of all the different phrases that we're going to cover here today. Take a look at these different phrases for saying yes in Italian.
Sì.
Yes.
Assolutamente sì.
Absolutely yes.
Senz'altro.
Definitely. Certainly.
Volentieri.
I'd love to.
Sicuro. Sicuramente.
Sure. Surely.
Altro che.
You bet.
Ovvio. Ovviamente.
Obviously.
Già.
Yup. Yeah.
Come no?
Sure.
Direi.
I'd say so.
Perché no?
Why not?
Ci sto.
I'm in. Here are different ways to say no in Italian.
No.
No.
No, grazie.
No thanks.
No, mi dispiace.
No, I'm sorry.
Vorrei, ma non posso.
I'd love to, but I can't.
Ne dubito.
I doubt it.
Neanche per sogno.
No way.
Non ci penso proprio.
Not a chance.
Non mi sembra il caso.
It doesn't seem appropriate to me.
Grazie, ma devo rifiutare.
Thank you, but I have to decline.
Non mi va.
I'm not up for it.
Mi sa di no.
I do not think so.
Scordatelo.
Forget it.
Per carità.
For God's sake.
Non se ne parla.
That's out of the question.
Ma che?
Nope.
Ma quando mai?
Not at all.
Ma anche no.
Not happening.
Col cazzo.
My ass. Like hell. Different ways to say okay in Italian include
Va bene.
sounds good.
Vabbè.
Fine. Whatever.
Vabbò.
Fine. Whatever.
D'accordo.
Agreed.
Certo.
Sure.
Perfetto.
Perfect.
Ci sta.
Good idea. How to say yes in Italian. Now, Italian offers several ways to express agreement, each with its own nuances and tones. Here are some of the most common words and expressions that you can use.
Sì.
Yes. This is the easiest way to say yes in Italian. You can use it in virtually any situation where you want to express agreement. Make sure to emphasize the accent on the I when pronouncing it. Without the accent, it takes on a different meaning, ranging from the musical note to a reflexive pronoun. For added politeness, you can say, sì, grazie, yes please. For example,
Ti va un caffè?
would you like a coffee?
Sì, grazie.
Yes please. The next way to say yes in Italian is
Assolutamente sì.
absolutely yes. This expression conveys enthusiastic agreement with what the other person is saying. You could also say assolutamente, absolutely, but this word alone might also imply disagreement depending on the context. Take a look at this example.
Sei d'accordo anche tu con la nuova proposta?
Do you agree with the new proposal too?
Assolutamente.
Absolutely. See how here, assolutamente, can be interpreted both as a strong affirmation or a negative response. The next way to say yes in Italian is
Senz'altro.
definitely, certainly. Its literal translation is without anything else. This may sound a bit odd, But senz'altro is commonly used in Italian to express a strong affirmation, the equivalent of saying definitely or certainly. This phrase is particularly handy when you want to leave no room for doubt in your response to a question. For example,
Ci sarai anche tu al concerto di Enzo e Paolo?
will you be at Enzo and Paolo's concert too?
Senz'altro, non me lo perderei per nulla al mondo.
Certainly, I wouldn't miss it for anything in the world.
Volentieri.
I'd love to. This literally translates to gladly. Volentieri is used when you're definitely up for something. Its etymology can be traced back to the Latin voluntarie, which basically means doing something out of your own free will. Thus, using this expression shows genuine enthusiasm for a suggested plan. For example,
Che ne dici di andare al cinema?
how about we go to the cinema?
Volentieri. Sono usciti un sacco di film interessanti.
I'd love to. A lot of interesting movies have been released. Note, volentieri is also commonly used in the Italian saying,
Spesso e volentieri.
which is used when talking about the frequency of something, be it positive or negative. For instance,
Spesso e volentieri porto i miei figli al museo.
I often take my children to the museum.
Spesso e volentieri i treni sono in ritardo.
Trains are often late. The next way to say yes in Italian is
Sicuro, sicuramente.
sure, surely. When something is a certain or an absolute yes, the Italian words sicuro and sicuramente come into play, signaling a resounding affirmation, whether it's agreeing to a request or confirming a statement. For example,
Hai un attimo? Ho bisogno di parlarti.
do you have a moment? I need to talk to you.
Sicuro, anche adesso se vuoi.
Sure, even now if you want. The next way to say yes in Italian is
Senza dubbio.
without a doubt. Similarly, when you're absolutely certain that something is going to happen or you want to strongly agree with something being said, senza dubbio, without a doubt, is the phrase to use. And if you want to emphasize your conviction further, you can say
Senza ombra di dubbio.
without a shadow of a doubt. Take a look at this example.
Pensi davvero che la nostra proposta verrà accettata?
Do you really think our proposal will be accepted?
Senza ombra di dubbio.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Altro che.
You bet! This informal way to say yes in Italian exudes unwavering certainty and confidence, injecting a sense of enthusiasm into your agreement. For example,
Allora, James, ti piace Firenze?
so, James, do you like Florence?
Altro che.
You bet! Attenzione! In Italian, you may also encounter the phrase altro che, which is pronounced exactly like altro che, but it's an entirely different expression, meaning not only or just. For example,
Hai fame?
are you hungry?
Altro che fame. Sono affamatissimo.
Not just hungry, I'm famished. The next way to say yes in Italian is with
Ovvio. Ovviamente.
obviously. Ovvio meaning obvious, and its adverb form, ovviamente, for obviously, are commonly used when you want to express the undisputable nature of a statement or situation. For example,
Ci fermiamo al bar per un caffè prima di tornare in ufficio?
shall we stop at the bar for a coffee before heading back to the office?
Ovvio.
Obviously. The next way to say yes in Italian is with
Già.
yep, yeah. Già is used to express agreement with what someone else is saying. This is basically how you say yeah or yep in Italian. However, its nuance can vary depending on the context. It can convey enthusiastic affirmation, such as, yeah, you got it, or carry a touch of sarcasm, like, yeah, I'm well aware, perhaps accompanied by a subtle sigh. Take a look at this example.
Un uccellino mi ha detto che domani è il tuo compleanno.
A little birdie told me that tomorrow is your birthday.
Già.
Yep.
Che schifo di tempo, non si può fare niente.
What awful weather, we can't do anything.
Già,
Yep. The next way to say yes in Italian is with
come no?
sure. Come no? Sure is another interesting way to say yes in Italian, but its meaning can shift based on the speaker's tone. It can indicate genuine agreement with the request or carry a hint of irony. For example,
Posso venire al cinema con voi domani?
can I come to the cinema with you tomorrow?
Come no?
Sure. Here it clearly conveys agreement.
Papà, possiamo affittare la discoteca per la mia festa di compleanno?
Dad, can we rent the disco for my birthday party?
Come no? Magari invitiamo anche la regina.
Sure, and maybe we'll also invite the Queen. Here it is a clear ironic remark.
Direi.
I'd say so. Direi is the conditional tense of the Italian verb dire, to say, and is commonly used by Italians to convey agreement. You'll often hear it in casual conversations, sometimes even as a sarcastic remark. For example,
Dopo la giornata che abbiamo avuto, ci vuole un po' di relax.
after the crazy day we've had, we definitely need some chill time.
E direi.
I'd say so. The next way to say yes in Italian is with
Perché no?
why not? This phrase adds a cheerful vibe to your agreement with someone's suggestion, expressing enthusiasm and openness to an idea. For example,
Ti va di andare al mare?
do you feel like going to the beach?
Perché no? Magari riusciamo anche a fare il primo bagno della stagione.
Why not? Maybe we'll even manage to have the first swim of the season. The next way to show agreement and to say yes in Italian is with the phrase
Ci sto!
I'm in. When you're definitely up for doing something, you can use this phrase, which is a bit like saying count me in. It comes from the verb stare, meaning to stay, with the addition of the Italian pronoun particle ci, which doesn't have a specific grammatical function, but instead strengthens the verb, imbuing it with a fresh significance. Starci means to agree. Take a look at this example.
Pensiamo di andare in montagna questo fine settimana. Vuoi venire?
We're thinking of going to the mountains this weekend. Do you want to come?
Ci sto!
I'm in. Now these are just a few of the affirmative expressions found in standard Italian. Then there are a whole array of regional variations that you may hear during your travels around Italy, such as
Eia,
in Sardinia,
va buono.
in Naples, and
Ha voglia!
in Rome, and so on. To learn all about Italian pronouns, watch this video here. Knowing how to say no in Italian is just as important. As hilariously highlighted in Dino Risi's classic film I Mostri, he said,
Con un no ti spicci, con un sì ti impicci.
literally, with a no, you save time. With a yes, you get into trouble. Take a look at these different ways to say no in Italian.
No,
No. Just like in English, no is the go-to word for declining something, whether you're navigating formal interactions or just chatting with friends over a slice of pizza. For example, you can say,
andiamo a ballare?
shall we go dancing?
No, non mi va.
No, I'm not in the mood. Just using no might come off as a bit rude depending on the situation, so it's best to add nuance and provide a more articulate answer using another word or phrase. For example,
No, grazie.
no thanks. Now this is a polite way to gracefully turn down anything, from persistent street vendors trying to sell you stuff that you don't want, or waiters asking you if you'd like to order more. Take a look at this example.
Vuoi un altro po' di risotto?
Would you like more risotto?
No, grazie. Sono piena.
No thank you, I'm full. When you're at a friend's house and they insist on serving you more risotto, for example, you can politely decline also by saying,
Grazie. È come se avessi accettato.
thank you, pretend I've accepted. This expression works in both formal and informal settings, allowing you to gracefully refuse il bis, the second helping, without causing offense. The next way you can say no in Italian is with
No, mi dispiace.
no, I'm sorry. This is another polite way to say no in Italian, perfect for moments when you lack enough information about something. You might hear it when you ask someone for directions or where the bathroom is, but they just don't have an answer for you. For example,
Mi scusi, signora, sa a che ora apre il supermercato?
excuse me, madam, do you know what time the supermarket opens?
No, mi dispiace.
No, I'm sorry.
Vorrei, ma non posso.
I'd love to, but I can't. Now, if you're itching to join in on an event or activity, but the grip of prior commitments or obligations won't let you break free, you can gracefully decline with
Vorrei, ma mi dispiace.
I'd like to, but I'm sorry. This is a polite way to express genuine regret without slamming the door shut on the invitation. Take a look at this example.
Vieni con noi all'inaugurazione della mostra questa sera?
Are you coming with us to the exhibition opening tonight?
Vorrei, ma non posso. Devo finire una presentazione per domani.
I'd love to, but I can't. I have to finish a presentation for tomorrow. Another way that you can say no in Italian is with
Ne dubito.
I doubt it. Now, this is a classy expression to use instead of the typical no. It comes in handy when you sense something might not happen. As for its construction, dubito is the first person singular of the verb dubitare, to doubt, while ne is the pronoun particle that means of this. Take a look at this example.
Pensi che il nuovo ristorante aprirà in tempo per l'inizio della stagione estiva?
Do you think the new restaurant will open in time for the start of the summer season?
Ne dubito. Non vedi quanto lavoro c'è ancora da fare?
I doubt it. Don't you see how much work still needs to be done? Another way to say no in Italian is with
Neanche per sogno.
no way. Literally, not even in a dream. And this is like slamming the door shut on something, and it's best saved for informal conversations. Additionally, neanche, not even, can be switched with other verbs like nemmeno and manco, all meaning not even, while sogno can be swapped with idea, idea, without changing the meaning of the expression. For example,
Dai, facciamo il bagno.
come on, let's take a dip.
Neanche per sogno. Non senti quanto è fredda l'acqua?
No way, can't you feel how cold the water is? Another way to say no in Italian is with the phrase
Non ci penso proprio.
not a chance. This expression literally translates to I'm not even thinking about it, and it is like putting a big stop sign against any suggestion. You might also hear it phrased as
Non ci penso neanche.
which means the same thing, not a chance. Take a look at this example.
Dovresti scusarti con Andrea.
You should apologize to Andrea.
Non ci penso proprio. È lui che ha sbagliato.
Not a chance. He's the one who messed up. Another way to say no in Italian is with the phrase
Non mi sembra il caso.
it doesn't seem appropriate to me. This phrase is a better option to say no in Italian when you want to firmly express your reluctance to do something. For added emphasis, you can also say
Non mi sembra proprio il caso.
it really doesn't seem appropriate to me, where proprio really enhances the conviction of your stance. For example,
Invitiamo anche il capo alla riunione?
should we also invite the boss to the meeting?
Non mi sembra proprio il caso. Basta la sua assistente.
It really doesn't seem appropriate to me. His assistant is enough. The next phrase to say no in Italian is
Grazie, ma devo rifiutare.
thank you, but I have to decline. This expression is generally used when you want to turn down an invitation with grace. In formal conversations, saying
La ringrazio, ma devo rifiutare.
with the pronoun la is the polite form of address typically used in Italian when conversing with someone you don't know or who is older or of a higher rank than you. Take a look at this example.
Naturalmente La aspettiamo alla nostra festa di Natale.
Naturally, we are expecting you at our Christmas party.
La ringrazio, ma devo rifiutare. Sarò in viaggio per lavoro in quei giorni.
Thank you, but I have to decline. I'll be traveling to work during those days.
Non mi va.
I'm not up for it. This is your go-to phrase when you're just not in the mood for doing something. Take a look at this example.
Andiamo alla festa di Arianna stasera?
Shall we go to Ariana's party tonight?
Non mi va. Sono stanca e ho solo voglia di riposare.
I'm not up for it. I'm tired and I just want to rest.
Mi sa di no.
I do not think so. This is a casual way of saying no in Italian, perfect for when you're not entirely sure about something. Alternatively, you can use
Credo di no.
which carries the same meaning but is slightly more formal. For example,
Anche Anna e Paola vengono con noi a Roma?
are Anna and Paola coming with us to Rome too?
Mi sa di no. In questo periodo sono molto impegnate con gli esami all'università.
I don't think so. They're busy with university exams right now. The next way to say no in Italian is with
Scordatelo.
forget it. In everyday conversations, when you want to make it clear that you won't entertain someone's request, you can just say scordatelo, forget about it. It's like saying it's never going to happen. Another similar expression is
Toglitelo dalla testa.
literally, get it out of your head. Take a look at this example sentence.
Mi presti 5 euro?
Can you lend me €5?
Scordatelo. Mi devi ancora 10 euro della pizza di ieri sera.
Forget about it. You still owe me $10 from last night's pizza. Another way to say no in Italian is with
Per carità.
for goodness sake, which literally translates to for charity and is like saying no way in English. It's a quick and firm way to say no, kind of like you can't believe that someone would even suggest such a thing. Take a look at this example.
Chiedo ad Anna se può farci i capelli per il matrimonio?
Shall I ask Anna if she can do our hair for the wedding?
Per carità, andiamo da una parrucchiera professionista.
No way. Let's go to a professional hairdresser.
Non se ne parla.
That's out of the question. Similar to per carità, no way, non se ne parla literally translates to one does not talk about it, and it is used emphatically to reject a suggestion or proposal. For added emphasis, you can also say
Non se ne parla proprio.
that's absolutely out of the question, with the adverb proprio meaning absolutely, reinforcing the refusal. For example,
Andiamo in Sardegna ad agosto?
how about heading to Sardinia in August?
Non se ne parla. Non lo sai che agosto è il mese peggiore.
That's out of the question. Don't you know that August is the worst time to go?
Ma che?
Nope. Now this is a fun little word you'll hear a lot in Italian conversations. It's used to agree or dismiss something that's been said, a bit like saying nope, not even close. For example,
Siete riusciti a trovare i biglietti per la mostra?
did you manage to find tickets for the exhibition?
Ma che? Sono tutti esauriti.
Nope, they're all sold out.
Ma quando mai?
Not at all. Ma quando mai can be used when you want to shut down something that's just not true or to playfully deny an accusation, like waving off a silly rumor. As you can see, it consists of two adverbs, quando, when, and mai, ever. Take a look at this example.
Hai detto a Luisa di Matteo?
Did you really tell Luisa about Matteo?
Ma quando mai? Le ho solo detto che l'avevo visto con dei colleghi l'altra sera.
Not at all. I just told her I saw him with some colleagues the other night.
Ma anche no.
Not happening. Ma anche no is an Italian slang expression that is super popular among teens and grown-ups alike, perfect for when someone suggests something utterly absurd. For example,
Proviamo il volo dell'angelo quando andiamo a Castelmezzano?
how about we try that angel flight thing when we go to Castelmezzano?
Ma anche no.
Not happening.
Col cazzo.
My ass, like hell. Among other Italian swear words, and to learn more about those, watch this video here. Col cazzo directly translates to with the beep, but it's more like saying absolutely not. This colourful phrase can be used ironically, adding a humorous twist to the conversation. For a more gentle alternative, you can opt for
Col cavolo.
literally with the cabbage. But remember, it's best to use this in casual settings. Take a look at this example.
Pensi di rinunciare al viaggio?
Do you think you'll give up on the trip?
Col cazzo. L'ho sognato per mesi. Partirò anche da sola.
My ass, I've been dreaming about it for months. I'll leave even if I have to go alone. Are you enjoying this lesson? Don't let the learning stop here. Make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet for this lesson, which you'll find a link to in the description box below this video. Okay, let's take a look at how to say okay in Italian. Now, although it is an English word, okay has become a pretty common word in everyday Italian to say that you agree with something or you give your consent. However, there are other words and expressions that you can use to say okay in Italian. Let's take a look at a few of them.
Va bene.
Sounds good. Va bene literally means it goes well, and it is used when you're satisfied or agree with a decision or plan. Versatile in its usage, it fits casual exchanges as well as formal discussions. For an enthusiastic sense of agreement, you can also say
Va benissimo.
that sounds excellent. Take a look at this example.
Ti va se mangiamo fuori questa sera?
How about eating out tonight?
Va bene.
Sounds good. Another way that you can say okay in Italian is with
Vabbè.
fine, whatever. In informal conversations, you might come across vabbè, a contracted version of va bene, meaning sounds good. It's more like a relaxed whatever than a firm agreement, often tinged with a hint of resignation or indifference. For example,
Scusa, non riesco a venire a trovarti oggi.
I'm sorry, I can't see you today.
Vabbè, nessun problema.
Okay, no problem. Attenzione, there are instances where vabbè has a totally different meaning than va bene. For instance, to express disbelief in what has just been said. Expressions like
Sì, vabbè. Se, vabbè. Vabbè, dai.
all mean, come on, don't exaggerate. And Italians also often say,
No, vabbè.
are you kidding, as a reaction to a completely unexpected event. The next way to say okay in Italian is with
Vabbò.
fine, whatever. Another informal variant of va bene is vabbò, which also means that something is acceptable to you. In southern Italy, this often becomes
Vabbò.
which is a fusion of va buono, which translates to va bene in southern Italian dialects. Take a look at this example.
Dobbiamo parlare con Gianni di questa cosa.
We need to talk to Gianni about this.
Vabbò, chiedigli quando possiamo vederci.
Fine, ask him when we can meet up.
D'accordo.
Agreed. Literally translating to of agreement, d'accordo, meaning fine, is a versatile expression to convey acceptance or approval. You can use it alone or in phrases like
Sono d'accordo.
I agree.
Sono pienamente d'accordo.
I fully agree.
Mi trovi d'accordo.
I find myself in agreement. Plus, it remains unchanged, regardless of the gender or number of the subject. For example,
Maria è d'accordo.
Maria agrees, feminine, singular. Or,
I miei genitori sono d'accordo.
my parents agree, plural. Take a look at this example.
Mi raccomando, non dire niente a Maria. È una sorpresa.
Please don't say anything to Maria. It's a surprise.
D'accordo.
Agreed. Attenzione. D'accordo can also be used at the end of a sentence, meaning okay. The next way to say okay in Italian is with
Certo.
certo is an enthusiastic agreement indicating your excitement about a proposed activity in both formal and informal contexts. To heighten the enthusiasm, you can also say
Ma certo.
literally, but sure, or
Certo che sì.
sure, yes, giving further emphasis. Take a look at this example.
Andiamo a vedere i musei vaticani domani?
Do you want to see the Vatican museums tomorrow?
Certo!
Sure.
Perfetto!
Perfect. This is used a lot in both formal and informal contexts. Perfetto is another common expression to say okay in Italian. It expresses agreement with something, just like you would say perfect in English. Take a look at this example.
Ne parliamo domani. Vediamoci alle 9 per un caffè.
We'll talk about it tomorrow. Let's meet at 9 for a coffee.
Perfetto!
Perfect. The next way to say okay in Italian is with
Ci sta.
good idea. Ci sta is a slang expression that literally means it fits, and it's used as a nod of approval, affirming that a proposed suggestion or idea works well. It's mostly used in informal conversations among friends. Take a look at this example.
Che dici? Preparo una pasta al forno per il pranzo di domani?
What do you think? Shall I make a baked pasta for tomorrow's lunch?
Ci sta.
Good idea. And to continue your learning and to help you practice everything you've learned here today, make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet for this lesson, and you'll find a link to that in the description box below this video. If you enjoyed this lesson, then you'll love Intrepid Italian, my series of online self-paced video courses that break down everything you need to know about Italian using my unique 80-20 method. More details in the description below. To learn more key skills in Italian, don't miss my video lesson on how to tell the time in Italian, which you can watch here. Or learn how to cheat your way to fluency using modal verbs. Watch this video here. Plus, master 100 most commonly used words in Italian watching this video lesson here. In the meantime, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on those notifications so you get an alert when I post more video lessons like this one. Until next time, un abbraccio. Ciao!